What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the 4th annual Barroom Network draft. That's right. We're here, and we're going to make fun of each other's teams, what we usually do. But before we get going, look at this. Look at this, Cliff. He just finished his big league draft. I'm good, Cliff. Tell us a little bit more about your team, and we'll talk about it during the show. But real quick before we get going, we do our draft on Sleeper, which by far is one of my favorite platforms. And I can start it whenever I want. That's the power of commissioner. So we can pretty much do a little bit of banter before we get going. But we'll go around the horn and say hello to everybody. Of course, I'm Joe Mandel, one of the hosts of Fantasy Football Goon. I'm joined by my co-host, Adam Sham, as well, a little bit in the middle of the screen. Adam, why don't you say hello to everybody?
Hey, everybody. Glad to be here this year. Glad to actually get to pick my team rather than inherit a dumpster fire. So looking forward to it.
Right.
Awesome. Producing tonight and a fantasy wizard himself, John Santucci. Tooch, what's going on, brother?
Doing well, man, Joe. This is awesome that you guys set this up and I get to be a part of it. And, man, I just launched my first episode of Weekend Sports Betting Tips on Barroom Network. If anybody caught it Saturday morning, gave out some winners with my partner, Anthony Inglese from Pounded Sports. We'll be having a bunch of guests throughout the season. Maybe I'll stop by Barfly Tailgate on Sundays and give away a free play if the boys will have me.
If the boys will have you, I'm sure they'll be happy to. Speaking of the Barfly Tailgate, digitally standing next to you is Aaron Current, the bearded one. AC, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on, fellas? Good evening. Beautiful day here in Kentucky. Tooch, the door is always open if you want to come through and help us make a little bit of money every Sunday. I could always use a couple extra dollars. I know that.
Right on.
All right, and our draft expert from Draft on Tap, speaking of drafts, is Danny Shimon at the bottom of the screen. Danny, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, guys? Excited to be here. Hopefully have another winner this year.
Man, you always get a good team. I guess it's your scouting eye that you catch these late round dudes.
I scout with my brain, not my heart, guys.
Something I need to learn.
That's right. All right, Eric, real quick, we'll take a look at Cliff's team. Eckler, Chubb, Debo, Burrow, Thielen, Godwin, Kirk, Dalton, Schultz. Wow. Green Bay defense. That's pretty good stuff, man. I would agree with the better wide receiver too, but you never know how the season plays out. We could talk a little bit more later in the show as we get into those late wide receiver rounds and see what happens for some good nuggets of wisdom. I'm sure Danny's got some there too. But my co-host from South Burb Sitman, he's Gonzo. He fits in my pocket. I want a little Gonzo there. Chris Gonzalez, everybody.
Yo, what up, everybody? It's Gonzo here. Everyone knows me, like Joe said, from South Burbs Hitman. But to say the least, I've been shitting myself in the Barroom League and Fantasy the last 2 seasons. Somehow I can go back-to-back winning Joe's personal league, but I can't do shit in this one. So I need to turn the tide here and make some noise.
I'd much rather you win this league than the other one because there's less money in this one. So you could win it. I don't care. No, I'd much rather win it myself. I'm just kidding. But speaking of getting fired up, there's this man that's directly below me on the screen. It's Tyler Ellis, the Gaines Report. Tyler, what's up, buddy?
Yo, it's freaking game time. It's game time. Joe, thank you again for putting this together. This is freaking awesome. The bar room, just having some fun. Guys don't know me. I'm the Games Report, Tyler Ellis. And I co-host with my man, John Buffon, on the Bear Football. And we are so freaking excited to have the draft expert, Danny Shimon, joining us this season. Post-game every Sunday after the Bears game. And, I'm trying to win this league. I'm trying to win this league, and I'm trying to not make any early mistakes. We know how emotional we all get with this fantasy football. But, guys, football's back. Football's back. Like, let's just rejoice.
We gotta make sure we don't have a back and forth fantasy debate post game on Sundays. And John be like, "What are you guys talking about?"
That's what's gonna happen.
We have all been there before. Real quick, we'll touch base for some other folks in the league that might be on the stream. They might not. Vinny Parisi, other co-host of South Burbs Hitman, of course, from Crosstown Crosstalk, and Bar Down Blackhawks. He'll be here as well. We have Steven Zimmerman from South Burbs Hitmen as well. And Lauro, formerly of Bulls 101, a resident, the guy that knows his basketball. He'll be here. He's having computer problems, but we'll see who joins here. But in the interim, Tooch, I'm going to pull up my full draft screen and hopefully hopefully you could see everything. You guys see everything okay on my screen?
Is everyone in the draft room now?
Like Laro's not.
There's no Laro and there's no Zim, but they said that they were here.
Okay, yeah, I don't see Laro or Zim. All right. So hopefully they're on auto draft.
They are for now.
Okay.
I'll give Laro a second, but I think we get the show on the road, boys.
Laro's pick 4th.
All right, guys. Well, let's get this show on the draft. Let's get this draft started. So we henceforth begin.
So
what's that?
Once Adam gets to pick his own team and he comes in with the first pick, how does that happen? Right?
You can thank 100-yard rush for that.
Beginner's luck.
Someone just joined in, I heard.
Speak of the devil, Steven Zimmerman, right at the buzzer.
There he is, at the buzzer.
Let's do it.
Cracking a beer, too.
Hey, it's what it's all about.
I'm getting thirsty.
Is that a Briscoe
I'm getting
jersey?
thirsty. And I think that's Laro, too.
I heard another beep.
I realize I'm sharing my screen, so I can't keep going back.
All right, let me see.
Guys.
Hold on. I got it.
Yeah,
I can let him.
I thought
Is that Lauro?
Brisker, but looks like Peyton.
Laro's here. There he is.
All right, we're all here, guys. So now I think we can finally start this bad boy.
No, Lauro
So here
can't
we
get in the
go.
draft room yet.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, we can.
What's going
What's
on,
up, buddy?
Oh, man.
It says you're not in the draft room.
Oh yeah, my bad, brother. Let me go ahead and get in there. My bad. I was so
Just want to make
mixed up
sure you
trying
don't
to,
miss your
get
first
this,
pick. There we go.
This laptop going crazy. I don't know
Got
why
two
it's doing
different
that.
places
But, hey,
to be.
I'm ready to get it going.
Are we missing anybody? Is this everybody?
Should we congratulate
Hey.
Lauro? Because didn't Lauro win last year? Let's give him a props for winning last year, right?
Yeah, congrats, Lauro.
I appreciate y'all.
But that was
Appreciate
last year. Okay. Great stuff, brother. Good
Hey,
to
I'm
have you,
just
Around.
I'm gonna enjoy this, man. I'm gonna enjoy this fun time with y'all, man. I really miss hanging out with y'all boys. Doing other things on the platform of Barroom. But this is gonna be a lot of fun, just being able to talk some trash and see how it goes.
We got to get like a title belt or a trophy or something for this
We
league.
do.
You know,
We do.
something
We do.
that
We do.
if I ever am able to pull off
Dude,
the upset of all upsets, I can put behind me here somewhere. I'll find a spot for it.
I love the idea, but man, shipping on that would get expensive year after year. We're all over the place.
We can write it off as a business tax. It's okay.
Oh, there you
Right.
AC, I
All
thought
right,
we
boys.
just shave off your beard and pass it around to the winners.
Nah, I got to keep
Send
this, brother.
beard clippings.
Well, what do you say, boys? We get this draft started, huh?
All
Let's
right.
do
Let's
it.
do
I'm
it.
ready to roll.
All right. Adam Shaw with the first pick. All right, Tooch, I think I'm sharing my screen. You guys see it all right?
Not yet.
No, we're not seeing your screen.
Yeah, I don't see it up here either. I got the YouTube pulled up as well, so it's not like others are seeing
Tooch,
it.
I think you got to pull it up in the it should be in the lower panel somewhere.
I see it. Yep, got it. There it is.
Does that have me in the draft room?
Yes, it does.
Yes. Actually, does no? He doesn't have a green light.
Who doesn't?
Gaines.
Yeah, Gaines doesn't have a green light anymore. Yeah, neither do you,
That's
Joe.
weird.
Neither does Joe.
Yeah, that's Joe.
That's weird.
And neither did
I
Joe.
can promise you I'm here. I just started the draft.
Okay, I'm in
all
here.
right.
Now,
We're good.
there goes-
Easy.
yeah, now I see him.
There it goes. Yep.
And now
Everybody
Adam
good to
Shaw is
go?
on the board.
Adam,
You're good to
Adam
go.
Ford.
on the
All
clock.
right. There'll
Let's
be
do
no
it.
surprises here.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, I'm sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Got to take the workhorse.
Easy
luck.
choice.
So, Which button adds just the plus button? Is that to draft? I'm on the computer now. I usually do this on my phone.
Drafts, and that little list paper down here adds
Puts
to the
them in
queue.
the queue. Yep.
But I can't show you guys that since I'm sharing my screen.
Are you putting in your queue there?
We're off to a fun start already. We got 3 guys that get injured right away.
Yeah, it's about to be 4 and 5.
You know, I've done a bunch of mock drafts from this spot, and
Oh,
I gotta tell you,
silence is great for radio. Lara, what you thinking here, bud?
I gotta be honest, guys. I think it's time for a reunion. It's time for a reunion.
Cool.
Let's do it, man.
Isn't there a song? Reunited and it feels so good, right? I had the 4 pick in the Goon League, and I always took Justin Jefferson. I just think that it's going to explode. But
I was definitely debating that.
Yeah.
All right, what are you doing here, Gaines?
I don't know.
nice options there, man.
So many options compared to the last draft. Like, man.
Hey, Joe, I should know this answer to this question, but this is PPR, right?
This is correct.
No, thank you.
No problem.
I gotta say, this is already more interesting in the first 4 picks than last year was. Last year was so straightforward, like who your picks were at the top of the draft. And this year it feels so.
Justin Jefferson, baby.
He's just a beast.
Yeah. PPR, I think he erupts this year.
Mm-hmm.
He better. He been talking crazy.
Gonzo, you stole my guy.
Eckler, ooh.
Eckler's going to catch some balls if he stays healthy.
Got a little Eckler.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take Najee Harris because they got Trubisky, and if not him, it's Pickett. I think they'll be running the ball an awful lot.
I think you're right, AC.
Yep.
I was kind of joking when I said I was gonna go 0 RB, but
you're gonna go Jamar Chase, aren't you?
Y'all have set me up real nicely here. If I wanna,
so
I got
nice
2
that
hung
he's
up.
Not gonna make a pick.
I got 2 hung up on the RBs last year, right? That was my thing. So I'm gonna take a guy that I should have never traded last year. Take a guy I got in the 14th round last year.
Oof. That worked out for you.
Yeah.
Till I traded him for DeAndre Swift.
Now Danny gets back to back. Of course, he's gonna go with Chubb, who's probably the best running back on the board besides Mixon, but he's healthier. Oh, and he takes both of them. There you go.
Okay.
Backfield is set.
Dang. Zim took my guy.
No hesitation. I told you guys RB0.
Yeah. Man, what do I do here?
All right, man. Both wide receiver spots filled.
I know who you're taking here, Ace.
Do you? I'm going Kelsey.
No, I was wrong. Wow.
Go ahead and get my tight end. I wanted to grab Diggs so I had my wide receiver locked up, but
I love the Kelsey pick though because
so do I.
Who else is Mahomes going to throw to this year?
Yep.
Right.
Juju.
There's a rookie called Sky Moore. Keep an eye on that guy. Well, maybe I shouldn't be saying that right now aloud, shouldn't I?
Don't tell anybody.
I'm sorry. You said Sky Moore is going to be my next pick?
No. That was like Joe Moore.
Joe, don't you do this to me.
Joe Moore, yeah.
Joe, don't you do this to me. You're the only person that will do this.
Yeah, I know.
In this spot right now.
Do it.
Oh, I hate it.
Drop the hammer.
Come on, Joe. Come on. Play to win, baby. Play to win.
Yeah, I knew that was happening.
Ooh, that was not who I was expecting.
He's going to catch a lot of balls this year.
Yeah, he is.
I had to go with the 2 PPR machines, Jefferson and Swift, back to back.
I love it.
A strong start.
Gaines, come on now. Don't do this to me, brother.
Is that where you thought I was going, Joe?
Black on black crime, brother.
Yeah, it is. That's who I thought you were taking.
Yeah. I thought about it, but I was like, man, I got a running back first round. It was honestly between Diggs and Kelsey to me, just because that Bills offense is
I can't believe there's some of these names still on the board. That's crazy.
Yeah. You got to ride.
Oh my God! Yes. Okay.
Laro's happy.
I'm gonna surprise you guys with this one. Or whatever.
Oh,
I hate you, Laro.
It was between him and CC.
I thought you might have went
Games
with him
report
because you had
got
him
the
last year.
old bus team.
That's what I
man.
think. I
That's
was
all the
thinking.
bus looking swole already. Hey Tyler, you got the all bus team, bro. They all come off the bus looking swole.
I'm trying.
All right, Adam. You got the double whammy pick here.
Come on,
You're
Sean.
going to get another.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
You're going double wide receiver?
I got to make a strong choice here. I need two strong choices.
So let me guess. You're going to go Aaron Jones and.
Why would you ever pick a Packer?
Don't
Fantasy or not?
Adam.
Because he had 211 attempts last year. There you go.
I like that. I like Aaron Jones, man. It's a good fantasy player.
I'm gonna go for the big dog.
Knew it.
Ooh, I like it. Would you say he's QB1 this year?
I hope so now.
Oh my gosh!
Sorry, brother.
It's going to be 20 picks before I go again, so I got to take the chance now.
You got the all IR team, bro. You got McCaffrey and Barkley.
Oh my God.
I think one of them should stay healthy. These guys got nobody behind them. But Saquon Barkley's got nobody. Nobody behind him.
They like this one rookie, Antonio Hamilton, though.
Yeah.
Saquon's got nobody in front of him, too, is the problem.
Yes, that's a great line.
Dude, that offense, the running back catches a lot of passes. The Giants.
Yeah, that's why he blows out his knee on average once a year.
We'll see.
Nice. Let's see gains here.
He's still young. Barkley's still young, man. The guy's only 26 years old.
I want a little bit of Zeke here. I know he's not the same Zeke, but as a RB2, I'll take him.
Yeah.
Joe, is this 16 rounds too?
That's a great question.
I mean,
sure
yes, it is.
Sit here. I'm gonna go ahead and take. I'm gonna go ahead and take Debo. I know he cashed in.
I love Debo.
He gives you running.
Really?
Catching.
All right, thanks.
The brother don't even want to run no more, man.
Don't worry, with Tyreek Hill is who he's got slinging him the rock.
There you go. Eventually, Zim's gonna have to take a running back.
Yep. And where'd he go? I got the guy I want. There you go.
Yeah, I like that pick.
He's going to get a lot of passes this year.
Yep.
I mean, last season, you got to remember, ETN, last season, before he got injured, they were working him out at wide receiver, not running back. He's going to get a lot of spots, Debo style.
Yeah, but last year they had a dummy for a head coach.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I'm not discounting that by any means. I see them using him in a very versatile role.
He's a terrific pass catcher out of the backfield. Yeah, Etienne was one of the better pass catchers coming out of the draft as a running back.
Yeah, I see him. If it works out the way that the Jags want to, I think he could be a Le'Veon Bell type of run the offense through him kind of guy.
Adam Schaum's got a fan in the chat room here.
You got a what?
He's got a fan in the chat room.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, my bad. I don't know.
I hope he's right.
Laurel, live TV.
My bad.
That's awesome. Keep it real.
I got to tell you, Zim, I kind of like all three of those wide receiver picks, man. You're just like stacked there. Roll out those three guys every week.
That was my whole thing last year. It seemed like no matter what, I was able to find good running backs, like somewhere along the line. But wide receivers, like, sure, I had Jamar Chase, but I wound up trading him. And from that point on, I was in poverty.
Yeah.
I can't believe Pitts just fell to me, guys. I think he's going to be a PPR machine this year.
He was my next round.
That's a great pick.
Nobody else to throw to.
This is honestly, I thought for a second there of going and having two tight ends already, but I had to get a running back.
This is tough.
Yep.
Shit. I'm cramping. I got a cramp. Oh my god.
Okay, I think I know what I'm getting.
So Do you guys think that Trey Lance affects George Kittle's stock?
Laro, damn it. My guy. That was my next pick. He just vanished from my fucking queue.
The rails have come off, gentlemen.
Laro over here worried about his language, and Tooch is like letting them fly, baby.
It's after 9 o'clock, man.
At this point, fuck it, right? All right, Vinny says he's not here. So if
shit,
we're
Vinny's
going
on auto draft.
Vinny's gonna get T. Higgins
drafting all running backs.
Come on, Vinny. Come on.
Oh, come on, Vin.
Oh no.
Hang on. I'll give him a break. I'll see if he responds.
He's probably writing up a new White Sox blog or something.
How much time do I have in this? Oh, I'm paused.
Hang on. I'm gonna give Vinny 50 seconds.
All right.
And he takes fucking T. Higgins anyway.
That's awesome.
All right, I'm on the clock, but where's the ticker? I don't see the ticker anymore. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. Yep.
Damn you, Tooch.
He's got someone good throwing in the ball finally, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, Mike Williams. There you go.
Oh, this one's a little tougher now, but
Yeah.
I'm going to take my chances with Baker.
There you go.
Good luck.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
He's still gonna catch some balls
from week 1.
He's got to throw it to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I don't dislike it by any means. I sincerely mean good luck. It's going to go one of two ways.
All right. I'm thinking here.
I know you're gonna go with tight end here. You're gonna go with Kittle. I know you.
I would like to, but I'll have the all injury team if I do that. Fuck.
Well, no matter which tight end you take, you'll probably be the all injury team. Oh wow!
I was hoping he'd slide a little more.
Hall's gonna have a good year for the Jets.
Iowa State boy. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and secure this.
There you go.
Oh, you go with your boy Lamar. You get the stack with Andrews.
It's a contract year for Lamar, right?
Well, I think he's
Lamar contract.
He's looking for a new contract, which could be the richest in NFL history. Oh, Allen Robertson is going to ball out this year. I'll tell you.
Sure he is.
He's in a great spot, man, with Stafford throwing in the ball and opposite.
Oh, I'm on the board. Shoot.
What did I hear about Stafford getting hurt earlier? Is he back to normal, or
he's got a thumb injury? I thought, right?
It's so weird. They
love Jerry Jeudy.
talked about
elbow.
It's weird.
He always has the back. He'll never be rid of that.
All I'm saying is, like, you guys remember how in Detroit, like, he'd do nothing for 3 quarters and then throw up a bunch of stats in garbage time? Doesn't winning a Super Bowl in year like 15 or whatever kind of feel the same way?
I don't know, man.
Like, you go to a stacked, loaded team that Jared Goff could have won a Super Bowl with, and you win. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
the guy's always been overrated, and I think this just continued that in my mind.
Yeah. Did the Walrus get a new contract?
I don't know.
I think he's in a contract here too.
Darren Waller, you talk about?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Not yet, right?
He got a new agent the other day.
He's been battling some injuries in camp too. Hopefully he's healthy.
He was a pretty big disappointment last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I
He
traded
missed
for him
quite
and
a
then he
few
was
games,
on.
though.
Wow, Mooney in the 5th round.
Y'all gonna leave me scary, Terry? Thank you so much.
Wait a
Hey,
minute. You took Mooney over.
I almost grabbed Terry, but I needed to. I saw quarterback starting to fly off the board, and I wanted to get a good one, man. So you're welcome.
Boy, I'll
Thank you,
tell you.
guys.
I was like, maybe Terry will fall back to me if he's been skipped over this many times, but of course, not shimming.
He's got Carson Wentz throwing on the ball now.
Yeah,
It's better than Taylor Heineke.
He's had.
Yeah.
He can have me throwing him the ball. That motherfucker balls out.
Let me go ahead and grab this kid. I love this kid. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
yeah.
Oh, I love that
I
pick,
do
Danny.
too.
I love it.
Don Burr loves that pick, brother.
That guy's got a dog in him, man. That guy's a baller.
So,
Dude.
Is Don Burr in other chat rooms on other shows? Just
He's
curious.
always in the tailgate show. I don't know. I
Okay.
can't speak for everybody.
He's in the Dan and Aldo show every week.
He is in every Bears podcast ever. The guy just won't admit that he's a Bears fan.
Maybe he needs an intervention, Zim. we need to go to his house in our Bears gear.
You wouldn't believe the number of Bears show I see that guy in the comment section of.
He is on CHGO and
Hogan Johns,
Okay.
NBC Sports. I'm pretty sure he's on like Bear Report. Like
I think he's up to like the Bears live press conference.
I got my stack.
Yeah.
I got my Russ and Judy.
Hey.
There you go. Just tell Russ to throw more to Sutton for me.
No
Gaines?
promises.
Gaines, you are brave with that DK pick, man.
I love that pick, man. DK
They gave him too much money to not force feed him.
Dude's a
I
freaking
love
animal.
DK, but just with Gino and Locke there, I don't think he's gonna have a great year.
But like I said, they gave him too much money. That extension was too much to not give him the ball.
Yeah, it sure was. It's too bad that Gino and Locke can't hit the broadside of a barn, though.
Right.
They're gonna throw it to him. It's just a matter of whether or not it gets there.
Well, he's so muscular. Like his wingspan is incredible. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
Especially
for
in the red
sure.
zone.
Nice. Dalton Schultz in a contract year too, I believe.
Yep.
Good fucking pick.
His quarterback is still on the board, by the way. That's a great pick there too, Adam. I was looking at Godwin on the wraparound.
Yeah, I need somebody that can step up and be a stud for me on the wide receivers there. So
And he won't be ready week 1, but it sounds like he will be very soon after.
right. Feeling pretty good about it now with my receivers and my running backs.
Yeah, they were saying if it was a Super Bowl, Godwin would play week 1, but it's not, so he's not playing. What's going through your mind here, Tooch? What are you going with?
Not a kick.
I would hope not. I think you need a quarterback.
I know.
Why do you need a quarterback?
Kyler's good value there.
I like Kyler. 7th round. That's a good value. I like Jalen Hurts too.
Value.
Okay, I think
Vinny snagged my guy.
there's some running backs that I like later in later rounds, but I was thinking of going running back here.
Laro's already got his quarterback.
But
good wide receivers, tight ends.
I have a weird feeling this dude's gonna ball out. He's gonna be reunited with his college quarterback. You know what I mean? Let's go Hollywood.
Okay. Yeah, in the desert now, and DeAndre Hopkins suspended for 6 games, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now Gaines has the pivotal decision here. There's a logical pick here. There's a need on Gaines' squad. I'll let you guys decide.
You gotta look good in a suit to come play on Gaines' team, man. You got Derrick Henry, CeeDee Lamb, you got DK Metcalf.
No, see, Gaines' team, they wear suits, but they don't have no sleeves on them.
Yeah, exactly. Like Gaines.
Yeah, like Gaines.
Oh, cold from that.
Wow.
You
I
knew
love that
Gaines
pick.
was going to go with the bear.
I love that pick.
Gaines' homer picks, man. He's got Montgomery, Komet, Aaron Robinson, just for old time's sake.
Oh shit, I'm on the board. I didn't even realize.
I can't quit you, baby.
Hey, in all honesty, though, as much as they've been force feeding Komet just in the preseason, I think he's going to get a lot of targets this year.
I do too, man. He's going to have a great year.
You got a lot last year too.
But I don't know if I could pick him over Hawk.
Just gotta make sure Justin stays upright. That's all you gotta do.
Don't know if this guy can stay healthy, but I do love J.K. Dobbins, so I think I'm gonna roll the dice on him.
Love it.
Good luck.
He was one of those three. I took two. No, Schultz and Murray, but Dobbins was in there.
Yeah. Oh,
So
he's
RB3
real
for
hard.
me,
So
real hard.
It's great flex option for me right now.
Yeah.
I like Deontay, man, but can we trust Mitch, man?
He had some dimes in the preseason.
Absolutely. Much as
Look
Mitch
how many targets
going to
he
ball.
Robinson every year.
Yeah. Allen Robinson had 100 catches with Mitch.
Yeah, 150
Mitch will be on the
targets.
bench by week 4, guys.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Kenny,
Mitch
can you pick it?
by week 4. All right, this guy never gets no respect in fantasy, but he always puts up numbers as long as he stays
I think I know
healthy.
who you're going with.
Adam Thielen, baby.
Ooh,
Yep.
that's not who I thought you were going with, but I
Yeah,
definitely love it.
Danny, I picked Thielen in the Goon League with Joe.
Yes, you
And
did.
I think this kid here is going to be a nice flex player for me because he's got a PPR machine and he can run the ball as well. Give me Tony Pollard.
Love Tony Pollard.
Yeah, I love that pick. I was hoping he'd last a little longer, man. If he gets the starting role, like
Especially with
Zeke
the
goes
flex.
down.
Yeah, and he's a PPR machine as well too, coming out of the backfield.
Yeah. Yeah, this year I think you're going to see the Cowboys move away from Zeke a little bit and start to phase in Pollard.
There's some interesting guys out there. Zim, are you gonna ever get a quarterback?
Yeah, that's what I'm debating. If I grab one here, or if I just keep waiting, because I mean, quarterbacks at this point in the draft, they're a dime a dozen. So
he's gonna play the wishbone offense. He doesn't need a quarterback.
Man, Jalen Hurts had just as many running top quarterback fantasy weeks as Patrick Mahomes last year.
He carried me through the end half of my season last year.
Yeah.
It's hard to pass on that rushing that he
love that pick.
Yeah. He's just
in the
too
8th
tempting
round,
right there.
for sure.
He's too tempting in the 8th, yeah.
And he has the good targets this year. Like AJ Brown.
I thought Gibson was like
Goddard
getting past. And
here's the thing: if I didn't have
Devontae
Hawk
Smith.
fall to me, if Hawk didn't fall to me, and I didn't already have 4 receivers, like this is a totally different pick. But Hurts just there, you got to take it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you got the slim.
Well, Brian
Reaper, too, if
Robinson's
that guy
down and
balls
out,
up.
so Gibson's going to be your starter at least for the immediate future.
Man,
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go with
Somebody
Miles
not
Sanders.
pick Gibson yet?
Man,
Antonio
how
Gibson.
easy does it times go, man? Last year, Gibson was a hot commodity. Like, it's crazy.
He's still out there? Jesus, that's crazy.
I ain't
I
touching
can't
the
believe
ball.
that.
That's because he was going to be
Ron Rivera
benched
don't like
for the rookie Robinson from Alabama until he got shot in
right.
the leg.
How long does it
I
take
thought he
the
got
ass
shot.
to
Yeah,
heal?
that's true.
How long does it take the ass to heal? I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I went through his knee. It just missed cartilage.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I think he was 2 shots, one in the knee and one in the ass.
Oh my god.
Yeah, good pick, Joe. That's who I was really after.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe, that
I had
was
to
gonna
get
be
my guy.
next pick.
And Gaines with the other guy I was thinking of in those spots, man. Those 2 guys right there were my picks until I realized that Hawk and Hurts were on the board.
Okay. I'll wait one more. Let's see.
Gaines got a lot of Bears and ex-Bears still going here, even that last 2 picks.
Bonte,
Did that in the
Robinson,
other
Komet,
draft.
Patterson.
Did that on the other draft too.
I think right here, I think with this next pick, I'm gonna go with some youth, somebody that can maybe grow into a wide receiver 1, a true wide receiver 1.
You're talking about Bateman.
With my strength at wide receiver right now, I'll be able to wait for it. I think I'm gonna go with Mr. London.
Oh,
okay.
He should see a lot of targets.
Yeah.
Now, Vinny Parisi's not here, but I would be willing to bet that he's wow. Okay. Amari Cooper. No one else to throw to down there except for Chubb. Now the Tooch.
Am I on? Oh, here we go. Great. Excellent.
Tooch is probably going to fucking snipe me. I knew it.
Ooh. Cooks.
Damn.
Good spot.
The dude just produces year after year. But
I like
Speaking
no
of
matter
Kareem
who's
Hunt.
throwing him the ball or nothing, Cooks just puts up numbers.
I think Mills is good. I think he's good too. I like him.
He's like, he's
all right.
sneaky good. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's that guy that's going to end up starting for 7 years, and all of a sudden you go, "Oh shit, he's still there."
Yeah. he's like Derek Carr, you know. It's like a guy that's good. And, you know, you don't forget that he's there, but he's good. He produces every year, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Love Bateman there, man.
I wanted Cooks, but Tooch took him right before me. So
I got Kyler Murray. I'm hoping Nook Hopkins comes back
He'll
for
be
my
back.
late season with Kyler Murray.
You gotta wait 6 weeks for that guy.
What did he get in trouble for again?
PEDs.
Oh.
Yep.
So, guys, we're like halfway through the draft. Who's winning the draft so far?
I mean, I'm gonna say
I have
me.
no idea. I think we all have pretty solid.
Let me see. Let me
teams
look
and
through.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Strategy.
Right? Like it's a 10-team league, so it's going to be a lot tighter than it was last year with the 12 teams.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
Some
with
solid
this next
squads.
pick, it's
it's a 10-team league when you get Hopkins in the 9th round.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Son of a gun. I'm gonna trust my eyes.
Love it.
Yeah. Pierce. Lovey's going to use him a lot.
Damn it. Yo, you motherfucker, bro. Damn you.
Yeah.
You may blow the games first.
That was legit my pick.
Yeah, that was a nice
job,
pick. I love
bro.
Damien. Dude had the most broken tackles in college last year, I think.
Hey, yo,
I don't know.
Lurl,
Danny
I was-
Shimon
I
did know
was like-
better than me, but
Add the Q. Literally, as you picked him. That was awesome. Oh my god.
Danny, give us a Damian Pierce scouting report real quick.
Yeah,
No,
talk
he's
about
awesome.
talk about a physical runner, guy who runs angry. This guy lowers his pad levels and just runs over, defenders. He's not gonna look to advance or run around guys. He's gonna just lower his pad level, like I said, and run you guys over. So a lot of goal line carries. I think this guy's gonna get a lot of 1 or 2 yard touchdown runs.
And Lovey loves the bell cow.
Lovey loves his bell cow.
5, 4, 3, 2. I hate you, Gaines.
Oh, Gaines.
So much.
Gaines.
Danny,
Joe's
that's
guy.
what I thought you were talking
I
about.
was literally
before we picked
quiet
Thielen.
because I was like, come on, just keep dropping. Just a little bit more.
Retool.
It's fine. Adams is going to hog up all the reps from him.
Hey, Renfro will take everything across the middle. He'll take all the
Joe, there is some
off 2 yard passes.
value there at wide receiver still, bro.
Yes, there is.
Man.
Yeah, I know. Man, I hate you guys.
This RB0 strat is looking stupider and stupider by the second.
I don't know. Those two guys are good starters you got, but you need to get some more.
Toot, you're giving away my strategy.
I can't pass on Devontae in the 9th round. It's insane.
Yeah.
That's who I was gonna go with.
Well, I was gonna take Renfro, but freaking Gaines.
Yeah.
I love that pick.
It was
Gonzo.
in between. It was in
It
between
takes Edmonds
Devontae.
every year.
No, I was really thinking about Hunter and Devonta, but that's all right.
I think Edmonds
Seriously,
is a good
Gonzo, I think
pick.
we've played together 3 years in a row, and I think you've drafted Edmonds every one of those years.
I can't remember.
But this year's in a much different spot, man, on the Dolphins.
Oh, very true. Very true.
There's a lot of good running backs out there too.
Yeah, I agree. None of them are going to get back to me.
Probably needs another one.
But Chase Edmonds is my 4th running back. Ayo.
Well, I really need another wide receiver.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Elijah Moore. I was
no one
thinking
wants
with
to chat.
Ard if he can build something with Rodgers, but I just don't know if I can
Elijah
trust
Moore's
him.
a stud, man. I like
Me
him
too. I think Elijah Moore is awesome.
I'm going Brandon Ayuk. They said he's been looking pretty good in training
Good ball
camp,
player.
and he's
Yeah.
a deep ball guy. Trey Lance might hit him deep on the few.
Can't be worse than last year.
Man,
Danny.
That's true.
I need your opinion, man.
What's up,
like everybody's opinion, honestly. But like Trey, man, I'm trying to move Justin away from this comparison because like I'm not trying to be a homer. But like, how do you feel about Trey Lance?
I can't stand
Trey
him
Lance?
He
personally.
sucks.
He's a guy that hasn't played a lot of football, man. So he's got a lot to prove to me. I mean, these you know, ESPN pundits are telling me he's going to be great, but I don't know, man. I got to see it.
I give it till week 3 until they give up on that altogether.
He hasn't
And
played
say
in a
this
long
dude's
ass
a
time,
bust.
so you know we'll see how it comes up. But
He looked horrible in the preseason.
Bears are going to win week
You
1
know that-
instead of that down. Yeah.
The story broke
He looked-
today that Kyle Shanahan didn't even want Trey Lance. You know,
I think Kyle Shanahan.
that story
I don't
broke
know if that's
today.
true or not, because there's no
Wow,
way you
he's
can make
already going
that
defense.
pick up. There's no way you can make that trade up to that pick, give those future assets, and not have your head coach in line, lock and step with the GM. So that I don't believe that report.
That was the story. I mean, I think Trey Lance will be a good fantasy quarterback. Not sure about a real life
I
quarterback.
mean, we saw it right here in Chicago, Danny. They drafted Trubisky and didn't even tell the coach about it. So it's not like it doesn't.
that's a
but
wildly
but
different
this is
situation.
different, right? That's Ryan Pace. This is these guys have been together.
John
you know,
Fox.
yeah.
They knew Foxy was on the way out.
Shanahan, he was all over that pick. So I mean, so if you know, I just find it hard for me to believe that they made that kind of
Nice
commitment
pick, AC.
and
I
not have
was-
lock and step
I
with their
didn't
GM
want
and
to
head coach.
grab another tight end already, but I mean, is our flex tight ends part of it too? Correct?
Yeah,
Yes,
That is
sir.
correct.
Sure is. Just as good as a wide
Wow.
receiver some weeks.
What boggles my mind is like how if you're Shanahan and you see the skill set of Justin Fields, like how is he not the guy? I don't get it. I feel like if Justin comes in the his career with a Kittle and an Ayuk and I mean like
Fields.
A lot of guys
what the
a lot of
Lord have
guys talk
mercy.
themselves out of Justin Fields. That's all
Yeah,
I
it's
can
not-
say.
Grabbed Ramondre again.
The big thing with between Fields and Lance is Lance played in a pro style system at North Dakota, even though it was for 1 year. He played in a pro style system. He was familiar with those concepts. You know, Fields' offense was different. Obviously, coming from Ryan Day in Ohio State, so they felt like it was a little bit more in terms of a growth process with Fields. But for me, Fields just has that dog in him. Again, he's just a dude, and I think he's a guy that once you teach him one thing, if he makes a mistake, he rarely makes it again. So
true.
That to me is and he's a leader, hell of a fucking leader. Guys love him, they follow him, and I think that's something that Trey Lance has to prove. So I think Fields did it in the biggest stage. I just go back. Anybody questions Fields, just go back, put that Clemson game on, and tell me who was the dude on that field that night for Ohio State. And that was Justin Fields.
Thank you, Danny. Like, period, end of story. Period,
That's it.
end of story. But Danny, after he took the hit, he got blasted.
Yeah.
And came back into the game and threw the
With a
touchdown.
broken rib, and a bruised hip, and he came
Come
back
on.
and he threw 3 more touchdown passes after that.
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, we're
All
gonna
right,
get
I
him,
gotta-
in Jigba this year to be his wide receiver. So
Real quick, I got a question for Laro. So, Laro, I don't know if you guys saw, I took Ramondre Stevenson ahead of Damian Harris.
Yeah.
Laro, gotta ask if Stevenson was there and it was reversed, would you have still, if both guys were there, would you have still taken Harris? Or would
Honestly,
you have taken Stevenson first?
I probably would have taken Harris. I think, and obviously, this is why we love doing this stuff because everybody has a different approaches. But like for me, I just feel like Damian is somebody that like, barring like a crazy injury, I feel like he's got the trust of Bill, to be the guy that totes it early on. Now, Ramondre does scare me. I'm not gonna lie because he has that nice
He's a big boy.
out of the backfield ability, and like I had him last season. He helped me a lot last season, but I just rather go with the guy that I feel like has the trust of the head coach. So, but
There you go.
but
it's tough to draft. To me, any New England Patriot running
it
back,
really is.
Yeah,
That's what Tooch was saying
that's my
earlier.
thing. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Or that last draft, right, Joe?
Yeah.
The one before this.
But as you can see, like my strategy was, kind of zero running back, So
sure.
Like I'm just really getting guys that I know will get touches, and you never know. But I think on my next pick, I'm gonna go with a guy that I think can be good, and the guy in front of him can't stay healthy. So we're gonna go here.
Yeah, there you go. Like it. Danny got my guy. Alan Lazard, I think, will ball out.
I like him, especially where he got him too. Like I saw some drafts where people were drafting him in top 5 rounds. I'm like, I don't know.
I love that pick.
I think he's Rodgers' '1 receiver this year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. In
the
10th
I was talking
round.
about thinking about him a couple of rounds earlier when I was thinking out loud.
At least
this is a kid. This kid played high school ball 5 minutes from me in Urbandale, Iowa. And nice. He's 6'5", and he played at Iowa State too, which is about 30 minutes from me. And now he's Aaron Rodgers is throwing the football. And he's the only guy.
Gaines, you're nuts.
I was hoping to get Lazard, but couldn't get him.
All right, well, I'm going to go with the guy who's going to be an absolute monster when he comes back. He's way depth. I don't know the rankings on Sleeper, but this is a guy for the Cowboys. Michael Gallup just got a big extension. Yeah. I love him this late in the draft.
Olave, I have my eye on him.
I'm going to grab one of my favorite players in the entire draft last year.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you guys are wrong about who Aaron Rodgers' #1 receiver is going to be.
Oh God,
the guy drops more passes than I think on any rookie I've seen so far. But
I don't care. I'm so deep at wide receiver. I don't care.
With this pick, you know what? I'm just gonna say kickers need some love as well. So I'm gonna go with the best kicker in football.
Second best kicker in football.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it's Evan McPherson. We all know it.
I don't know. We'll see.
I love McPherson, man, but Tucker is solid year after year. But
I
tell you, man, one of the easiest bets I ever made in my life was last Super Bowl. Evan McPherson over 1.5 field goals.
Oh,
laid down,
right.
I laid down $200 on that, man. I was freaking
free. Babe, we ain't paying mortgage until this bet pays off.
Free money. I should have put 1,000. That was just easy money. DraftKings made a mistake.
I'll get defense as well. Might as well stack my team.
There you go.
Yeah, do it.
Come on,
run on defense is coming. I predict here.
Well, crap.
You guys can take all the defenses now
too.
But... Take some more kickers. Zim definitely wants.
I didn't even draft a kicker last. I was like, I'm waiting to see if someone gets injured, and then I'll drop if that happens, and then pick up a kicker right before the first week.
Zim, what are you thinking, man? You're taking a long time.
There's a great player just sitting there wanting me to take him, but I could use some depth at the same time. So what do I do?
You do you. There's a depth move.
I do depth. It's
talented
smarter.
Backup.
Well, Dalvin Cook is gonna get injured, so
Nobody drafted Dak Prescott. That's surprising.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking about taking.
The first few weeks of the season, he was throwing 500 yards a game.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna let him stay on the board. So I need some more wide receivers. I got Joe Shiesty from Cincinnati, so I'm all right at quarterback.
So you guys remember who went first in this draft?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm taking a guy that's going to catch some passes out of that backfield behind.
Yeah, you're taking the guy who's going to step in when he gets hurt.
That too.
I don't see Jonathan Taylor being a bell cow for another season. I just don't. Running backs these days just are not built to do it multiple year after year after year, you know?
I love Pickens, man. That kid's going to be a beast.
Nice Pickens game.
Yep.
All right, this next pick, I'm going to go with someone that I think can really pop off towards, if not beginning of the year, towards the end of the year. And again, with my depth, I have time to wait for him. So Let's do this.
I like
There
it.
you go.
Hey, there you go, Shimon.
That's my guy, man. Sky Moore is gonna be, yeah, maybe not right away, but he's gonna be a hell of a player for KC.
Yeah.
I think.
That's what
That's
we
good.
said
He
about
looked good.
Mecole Hardman, though.
I was at the game during the Chiefs-Bears game preseason, and he looked good, man. Like his route running, he just looked good.
Just like Dobbs, he's had a little case of the drops early on in training camp, but I mean, I've seen his hands on tape. He's solid.
Yeah,
But I
Jamar
love
Chase
Pickens
had
though.
drops in the
Pickens
preseason.
is a dog, man. That guy's a dude,
Alpha.
and I think
Yeah,
he's
is.
going to be one hell of a receiver. And that's one pick that with the Brisker pick, it's not so much the player, but so much more the position. Like I would have gone Pickens over Brisker, but we'll see how it turns out down.
Me
down
too,
the
Danny.
line there.
Pickens was my guy, man. He's just
I
an
was
alpha
there
dog.
too. I was definitely there too with both of you guys. But after seeing Brisker, and I know it's been preseason, but like the dude looks like he could be a
It's
stud.
one game, Laurel.
Yeah.
Just one game, right? Preseason.
So Vinny's on auto. I'm gonna give him a shot if he didn't want Dak.
I kind of like that
I'm a little
Dak pick, man.
I'm a little too nice. I'll pause.
Well, he's already got Brady, so I don't know if does he want Dak or does he want a position player.
Dak's a pretty good backup if you got Brady.
Yeah. Who knows when Father Time's going to finally catch up with Brady? So,
Or his wife.
Oh,
Well, that's a whole other story right now.
All right, that's the rumor. Is she's not happy.
oh, that's why he went
she,
home.
she probably wanted a little more Tommy time, and after 45 days, he was like, hell with this. I ain't.
Take out the garbage.
He had to go home and
Who's on
smooth
that?
it
You
over
make
in
do
there.
the dishes. We ain't got
Right.
nobody that does this.
You guys really think that Tom Brady takes out the garbage and does his dishes? You know he pays people for that.
Hey,
All right, Tooch, I'm taking it off pause. I have not gotten
All
an
right.
answer yet. So
Sounds
here we
good.
go.
Damn good backup,
The
bro.
$90 million man.
That offense, if he's the number one receiver, he'll catch a lot of balls.
I like Melvin Gordon there, Adam. That's nice in the 13th round.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get some work, and I mean, if something were to happen to Javonte, he's going to get a huge workload. So,
Well, I mean, they're still talking a 60-40 split in Denver. Like, he's going to get plenty of touches.
exactly, he's going to get plenty of goal line work probably still.
Robert Williams. Yes. All
Bobby
right.
Trees.
Another kind of depth with high upside. Well, not high upside, good upside. I'll go here.
I think I
Okay
would
with
my
that.
computer, bro. If you took my pick,
I like that pick, Laro.
I appreciate it, man. I'm just, hey, you go zero RB, you gotta have some backup plans, man. You gotta
Yep.
have a plan.
All right, guys, we got 4 rounds left.
I would have taken it in Harry's Hall, my rock, to be honest.
I'm getting my defense here, boys. I'm just trying to decide who I want. I like the Ravens. I like the Chargers. They got Mac now.
No. You want the Lions defense. They're going to bite kneecaps.
That's right. I'm
and
going to go with
ask
the
you,
Ravens.
I'm gonna go with the defense that you didn't want.
You got 3 toes and 1 butt cheek, man. We're
You
still going to beat your ass.
motherfuckers. Had to open your mouth, didn't you, Joe? Didn't you, Mandel?
Sorry.
No, I was gonna pick the Chargers if Joe didn't.
Well,
Obviously.
I had Chargers circled on my board, and now they're gone. So,
Sorry, man.
I'm just here
Yeah,
to
you
remind.
guys think I like the Chargers too, but what do you guys think about them playing against AFC West every week? I mean, well, not every
Yeah,
week.
that's why I didn't go that route, Adam.
You're sweating every freaking. God,
that's true.
Exactly.
That's
They're
what
going to
happened
have
last
great.
year with the Chargers.
They're going to get turnovers and sacks, but
I like that. I
That
like
was the
that
point.
tight end pick there. I think he's gonna be good.
Man, after this draft, I'm hoping my wife's still around to get some turnovers and sacks.
Hey,
I feel you on that, Tooch. I feel you on that.
But
I feel you
God
on
bless
that, Tooch.
America.
Oh man!
All right, Danny Shimon, you got the
I
double
need some
whammy here.
depth here, but man, it's like I have a couple guys here, but this guy, whenever I turn on the TV last year, he was making some big plays. I'm just going to go with him. I know he might not be the starter, but with game one.
Yeah,
What's
Nice.
his name? AC.
I like that kid.
That's a hell of a
AC.
pick.
AC. I don't know if I posted it on Twitter or not, but bro, I got engaged.
Oh,
Congrats,
congratulations.
Congrats to the
bro.
games.
That's
All
awesome.
right.
We were in St. Louis.
And
We
let's
got
see.
engaged.
Nice.
Is it an
I
ex?
remember seeing the pictures from down there. Yeah.
Is it a Bears cheerleader?
She could be one easily.
Yeah.
She could be one easily.
She's the number one Tyler Gaines cheerleader.
Thanks.
That's right.
Thanks.
Is she half owner of the team, Gaines?
Huh?
Does she half
Oh,
owner of the
what?
team
What's that?
of your fantasy
They only
team?
do
Is she
that-
half
they
manager?
only do that in
No.
Green Bay.
I just told her making some money.
Are you kidding me? I'm about to throw
She's
my
actually
bank at
she's
you.
actually going active duty Marine Corps.
Oh wow!
Mm.
All right,
Man.
Zim, did you mean to
Very
take
cool,
your
very
kicker
cool.
there?
Well,
Yes,
he
I
didn't
picked the
take him.
best
I was
kicker in
going to take
football.
him.
I picked the best kicker in football.
Man,
Mm.
what am I going
That's
to do?
supposed to
Evan
be taken
McPherson is
two
worth an
rounds later.
RB3.
I'm still trying to debate whether I'm going to draft a kicker in this draft.
Well, it's a position, so
It certainly
Yeah.
is.
I stand by Evan McPherson as valuable as an RB3. Like, he's good.
guess,
He's gold.
Oh, all right.
There you go,
I could
Aaron.
just let him stay sitting there. I mean,
I know. I hear you. I love it.
but I
Yeah, so
had
you
my
guys-
eyes on McPherson. If Zim hadn't
Yeah.
taken him, that he was
If
coming to
Burrow
my team.
goes down, man, you can't do much worse than that, man.
Right,
Tooch,
Can't do much
and
better.
Adam know. Tooch and Adam know what I'm going to go do here. There's a tight end that I've been watching. He's been having a
there
great
you go.
camp.
Sorry.
Everett.
Going down to
Talking
get
about the
Gerald
dude-
Everett.
Everett.
Yeah.
Didn't you talk him up last year too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
did.
Every
Thanks for
week.
reminding me,
Yeah.
Casey.
I mean, we're in this
I think
business.
this is
we
the
get
year, though.
things wrong sometimes,
So-
but
I like Everett. He's got lots of potential, but man, I think with those Cincinnati, I could be wrong, but with those Cincinnati receivers
Hurst.
stretching the field, that's gonna be wide open for Hayden Hurst underneath. That's just a sneaky pick, man. The same with like Tennessee loves to throw the tight end too. I love the Austin Hooper late pick also. I'm
Hey.
giving away too many picks here. Sorry.
Man.
Quick question.
Laro's writing these down.
When are our playoffs? Start week 14?
Man, I'll tell you. I got to
Yeah,
look
we
up my
need the
phone.
drop.
Man.
Zim thinks he's making it.
Man.
No. There's just a pattern here that I've noticed.
Okay.
It's
You know
week
what? Forget it.
15.
Week 15. Matt, Gaines, you better hope you're not in a playoff race, man.
Why is
That'd be
that?
fun.
David
All Bears.
Montgomery, Cole Kmet, Cordero Patterson, Justin Fields, Valus Jones, and Bears defense all on bye week 14.
But as you notice, they're all on my bench, as you can see. I got
Okay.
them with the second half.
Hey, I'm just making sure that
There
you're
you
aware,
go.
man.
Yeah.
I'm looking out for you.
Oh, I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm coming. I'm coming to win. And
Hey,
like I
Gaines-
said, I got
Vinny
the
just
Bears
sniped me on
don't
auto
have to worry
draft.
about it. Winning the division.
Dude snipes me on he's on auto draft.
I also
he's-
happen to
maybe
notice
he set
that
up
Adam,
his queue before he went on auto draft. I don't know.
He's in the draft.
yeah, he's back off auto.
Oh, is he? Okay. Is he in the? He's not in the
Who,
broadcast
Vinny?
stuff.
Yeah, Vinny's
No,
at
no,
another
he-
draft.
He's too good for us.
Right.
So,
I got
so
you.
is he at like an offline draft at a B-dub somewhere on his
That's
phone?
correct.
Doing-
That is correct.
All right.
You know him so well.
Vinny's probably doing 3 drafts at once. Who knows? Tony this late. I like it.
Man, Tony had that one great game last year, and that was like a flash, and that was it. Everybody thought he was going to be great after that, and he got hurt.
He's got a new
Man, he
coach
was-
though.
He was damn good at Florida, and he always had a ton of targets there.
Tyler
Like
Boyd,
any
the silent
little-
assassin.
Tyler Boyd, this late's a great pick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another guy that's just hit him and Hayden Hurst open underneath, you know?
Yeah, because Cincinnati got better in the offseason for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put money toward their biggest issue, the offensive line. I mean,
Adam riding with the Cowboys.
Please come on. Please come back to me. Please come back to
well,
me.
they get to play the NFC East for
Please come back to me.
That's
That's
true.
exactly
Please
my
come back to me.
hope.
Please come back to me. Please come back to me. Please come back to me. Come on, Laro. Come on, Laro. Come on, Laro. Come on, Laro.
I'm pretty sure. Let me. What you draft? Yeah, you're not gonna. I'm not taking who you're thinking, but just by looking at what you just drafted.
He's probably picking Carlos Santos.
I am.
Please.
As much as it pains me to say, I think this team's gonna have a good defense. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it.
Come on.
Wow.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
I mean,
Thank
they
you,
put their draft stock into that.
How do I remove him from the stream, Joe? No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so I'm perplexed here because I have a lot of running backs already. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
I got 4 now. Danny, what you know about Rashad White, baby? I love the way this guy runs. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's a guy that with the Buccaneers that's getting a lot of play. I mean, he made some plays in preseason, so we'll see how much he runs against there. But it'll be interesting to see.
Well, all right, I got enough running backs. I got 5. Tooch knows who I'm looking at, but I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go with a backup quarterback that I think is going to be silently excellent in Indianapolis, in Matt Ryan.
Nice.
All right, I'm going to try to hit a home run on this one because when he's healthy, Rodgers is liking him right now. I'm feeling chemistry here.
You're going to go with Tanyan? Oh, no.
Watson.
We're going to learn a lot of new names in Green Bay this year.
I was gonna say Green Bay is gonna be a scatter attack the first few weeks.
I'm glad we played him early too.
Me too, gang.
Joe and Gonzo, you guys both made my heart drop on the things that you said. A guy who's going to be a silent assassin, a guy who's great when he's healthy. We're taking a big swing.
Man.
I
love that pick. Yep, I love it.
That's potentially a 5,000-yard quarterback in the 15th round.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to come back around. I should have grabbed him.
He's my backup in Joe's league.
All right. Well, you know what? No one's done it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just play on some potential here and just.
I'm gonna put Trey Lance.
There we go. Let's do it.
That's it. Wait, didn't you bash him just 15 minutes ago?
Yeah, I mean, Justin Herbert's my starter, and it's in case this kid, does light it up. And I got some trait bait there for you guys.
Trey Lance is the second coming of Jamarcus Russell, man. The guy's going to be such a
probably. And this guy's silently going to have a really good year. This guy was a really a guy I was hoping the Bears could go ahead and kind of sign it as a free agent, but he ended up going with Tampa Bay. So, Gage is a guy that.
All right.
I was thinking of a different wide receiver when you said that.
I like that.
He's still out there, by the way.
My GOAT receiver is still out there.
I think he is.
I like
unless he was drafted and I missed it.
Somebody got him.
Yeah, somebody got him. Never mind.
Talking about Godwin?
No. Oh, Gaines got him.
Who that?
Julio.
My GOAT receiver.
Yeah.
Julio Jones.
Yeah. Love that dude, man.
Hey, Mariners beat the Guardians. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Julio versus Julio
yes.
versus the nickel DB. Julio versus the nickel DB. I got Julio on that one.
Okay. I'm happy.
Just hope my boys.
Julio versus the injury reserve list. I got the injury reserve list.
Are gone.
That one.
So happy the Guardians lost.
Miami's got a log jam down there, Zim. Good luck with that one.
He's listed at 2.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab Robinson here. I'll let him sit on my bench until he heals up. And he can take that starting spot. Last pick. I'll be all right.
That's just it, AC. Last pick. That's the only reason I go with Mostert. He's listed as second on the depth chart. Chase Edmonds is ahead of him, who's small and injury prone.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it works. Robinson, I think, is going to get a lot of touches once he's healthy.
My last pick, I'm probably going to go with somebody that has a chance to contribute on the Bills offense.
Another kicker.
Oh, I love that pick, Lauro, so much.
Yeah.
Out of the slot. He's going to be phenomenal.
Someone's got to pick Clay.
Yo, I'm Jack, bro. Who do I play week 1? This is awesome.
I don't know. I got to look at the schedule on my phone.
Yeah, but your entire team plays the 49ers week 1.
Trevor.
And that, gentleman, commences the Barroom Draft 2022. Now we can take
lots of good players still available.
Some of the teams, we have a very deep free agency.
Just a quick overview. Some of the guys that I highlight that are still available personally: Chase Claypool, Jarvis Landry, who's going back to that slot role that he was really successful with at the beginning of his career. Yeah. Rondale Moore, who's been a stud since he came into the league.
Love that pick.
Khalil Herbert, who gets a lot of touches for the Bears, especially if Montgomery goes down. DJ Chark in his new expanded role in Detroit. Robert Tonyan, big target for A-Rod up north.
Well, I can't have 5 tight ends on my roster, so I have to let 5 Tonyan sit there.
I think the last one that jumps out is Mecole Hardman, who he's really been getting a lot of attention from Mahomes with Tyreek Hill gone.
Yeah, but all those receivers except for Hardman and who was the other one you mentioned? Rondale Moore. The other receivers, do you trust their quarterbacks? That's a problem with those receivers. Is you got Trubisky and you got Jameis Winston, who might throw 30 touchdowns, but he'll throw you 40 interceptions as well. So
right. Like I said, those are just names that jump out off of my sheet.
Yeah.
Personally,
the one guy I think is going to be a hell of a receiver. I just don't trust his quarterback is Garrett Wilson from Ohio State.
Oh yeah.
He's on the Jets.
He's going to be one hell of a receiver.
He's on the Jets though. I can't trust anybody on the Jets. Exactly. Zach Wilson looks like hot garbage.
And until he comes back, it's freaking Joel freaking Flacco. So.
Talking about the Super Bowl Joe Flacco.
Joe Cool. Just you want a chip and he cashed in. So
can't blame him. Not at all.
Have we ever had a quarterback draft class like last year? And I'm sorry to completely derail this, but have we ever had a quarterback draft class like last year where there's 5 quarterbacks picked in the first round and they're just all meh? None of them kind of inspire you. I mean, I know Trevor Lawrence is supposedly really good, but he still plays in Jacksonville. I know Justin Fields is our guy in Chicago, but he's done nothing to show us anything so far. I mean, Zach Wilson, Mac Jones, and Trey Lance are all just so aggressively middle of the road.
Man, it's almost like this is the hardest position in sports to play.
I try to hold off my judgment longer than 1 year.
You got to talk about in terms of Trey Lance only had 3 starts, right? And it was a rookie. Then talked about his lack of experience coming into the NFL. Justin Fields, I think, just was put in an unfair situation with a coaching staff that had no idea how to use his skill set. I think you're going to see Justin Fields this year, even with the guys. He doesn't have a stud cast around him. But I think you've seen some of this in the preseason where he's going to get better and he's going to make guys around him better. So I think Mooney's going to have a great year. I think Montgomery's going to have a great year. And I think offensive line is going to be, middle of the pack. I don't think it's going to be great. I don't think it's going to be the worst offensive line in football. And, these guys are telling about the Bears being the worst team in football. Bears are going to win 6, 7, 8 games. They're going to be right there in the middle of the pack. So
I agree.
I think Justin Fields is going to take the next step. And I think you're going to see the ascension here, him getting comfortable and being used the proper way, to his skill set. So, and then Mac Jones, he took his team to the playoffs. Yeah, he started off slowly. They're kind of coddling him, feeding him slowly, and then all of a sudden they kind of let him, open up the game a little bit. Yeah. And my main concern with Mac Jones is here too is his freaking offensive coordinator is going to be God knows who, Matt Patricia or Joe Judge or is it Bill Belichick? Who else calling those plays in his ears? That's my biggest concern with Mac Jones. But I have no doubt he's going to be a solid starter. I have no doubt about Justin Fields. Trevor Lawrence to me, he's got the talent, but I liked his new coaching staff. I think we'll see a better Trevor Lawrence this year.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson, again, he's a big question mark for me. Of the guys coming out, him and Trey Lance were the two guys that I could become busts. So we'll see what happens with those guys. Now, of course, he's hurt right now, but we'll see what happens there. And then guys, don't forget the guy Davis Mills in Houston. I mean, that guy came on last year, and I love his offensive coordinator. And I think he's just going to get better. Again, another team that's not going to be, highly touted, but they're going to be heavy run offense with Lovie Smith there. And I think he's got a chance to make some plays as well. So, we'll keep an eye on this quarterback class for sure.
I totally agree.
Next year's quarterback class is going to have another 5.
I'm not that high in those next year's quarterback class. I'm not a
Hey,
big
do not talk
guy.
about Will Levis that way, sir.
Will Levis is different. Will Levis has got some skill sets, but we're Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. I mean, I got to see more. I got to see.
I worry about Bryce's size. I think he's like
his size. He's not super athletic, right? His arm strength isn't the greatest, and these guys are touting him as the first pick in the draft. I don't see it right now.
Yeah, I was watching the Ohio State game the other night against Notre Dame, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, I just feel like Justin would have already kind of found some way to break this game open already, like either with his legs or.
Stroud is to me not in the league of Justin Fields, but again, he's got another whole year to evaluate him and see how he does. But Will Levis intrigues me. The kid from NC State, Leary, intrigues me as well. His size isn't the greatest either, but he's got a hell of an arm strength. Plays in a pro style system. So, there's going to be some quarterbacks that might not be top of the first round, but some quarterbacks that come out this year's class are going to intrigue me. But again, I think we've got ourselves set here in Chicago in terms of the quarterback position.
He just played East Carolina, right? Was NC State?
Yep. They look great. They look great, but you see the arm talent, you see his ability to his accuracy and all that stuff. He's got to work on some other stuff in terms of delivery and everything else. But he intrigues me.
The Alabama defensive tackle, that guy should be the number 1 overall pick.
You're talking about the Georgia defense tackle, right? You're talking about
Georgia,
number 88,
monster in the middle.
Jalen Carter or Will Anderson, outside linebacker from Alabama, are going to be guys that are top 5 picks for sure.
Yeah, the Georgia guy. I'm sorry, they played Oregon.
Yeah, Jalen Carter. He's a man among boys.
Jalen Carter. Yep, that's that should be the number 1 overall pick. That dude's just a monster.
Is he related to the other Carter that went to Georgia, or is it just
Jordan Carter or whatever?
He ended up with New York. I can't remember his first name now. Something.
All right, boys.
Let's know who's got the best team here, Joe.
That's a great question.
So
I think it's my team.
If you had to go around the room and you couldn't pick your team, why don't we go around the room and say which team you'd pick? If you couldn't have your own, what other team would you have? So you want to let's start with the draft order, and we'll go with Adam first. I'll go after.
All right, let me see if I can find Adam's team. I'm not used to operating through Sleeper on a computer, but let's see if we can find it here.
I got to be honest. If I have to pick another team that's not mine, I got consistently sniped on the turnaround by Zim. Like, Devontae Adams, Travis Etienne. If you look at the next pick, it's like I had to go tight end. I had to go Cam Akers. I mean, that's not bad, but then he hit me with Darnell Mooney, and he hit me with the Bills defense. I really like Zim's team, honestly. McPherson, I talked about that at the end of the draft. He's got
4 number 1 receivers.
Yeah.
I consider it 3 number 1 receivers. I think Mooney's more of a gamble than the other 3, but yeah.
He's a number 1.
Here's a better look at Zim's team.
Yeah. And you got Jalen Hurts, who's going to put up big numbers on the ground and through the air. It's a hell of a team, Zim.
Yeah, it's a nice team. Yeah,
thanks.
I agree.
It's not going to end well for me. It never does, but thank you.
That's the spirit.
All right, what else you got, boys?
Let's see. I like Adam's team. I wouldn't mind having that one either. Or Zim is one I like too.
Yeah, Adam's team could be really dangerous because he's got Allen, Taylor, and Jones.
Yep.
And then you factor in 2 guys that can erupt in Moore and Williams.
Bateman
decent
down
tight end
low.
at Ertz. You got Bateman, who could legit be a quality high number one with a 2 with upside. Tyler Boyd. I mean, look at Godwin. People forget about Chris Godwin just sitting down there. I mean, that guy's going to be a stud when he's healthy. Very big fan of Adams' team for sure.
He's got Kareem Hunt. Do you think Kareem Hunt stays in Cleveland? I know he asked for a trade.
That very well could end up somewhere else.
I think he'll be there unless things are going completely off the rails by the trade deadline.
That would be interesting for him to leave.
The AI didn't do too bad for Vinny though. It's like it's got some.
Yeah, he got
players.
that Dak Prescott at the very end. As quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Vinny's team honestly. I really liked
like 75% of it.
I really liked it up until about the 10th round, and then it was like, yeah. But I mean, outside of that, like,
and he's got Brady and Dak, by the way.
Right.
Yeah. I've got 5 votes tallied so far. Let's see. I think I got Joe, Tooch, myself, and AC.
For what?
As far as voting for who's got the best team.
Oh.
As far as that's who's voted so far. So we still have to hear from Gonzo, from Danny, and from Laro. From Adam.
For me, I go with Adam's team because he's got the 3-star running backs with Taylor Jones and Mitchell. All 3 guys are going to be bell cows for their offense. I mean, Jones might be in a battle in terms of some split carries, but he gets a lot of opportunities in the passing game as well. Obviously, Josh Allen, I think is going to be a star quarterback. And I like his receivers too. I like Mike Williams, obviously playing up with my quarterback Justin Herbert. Godwin when he comes back. Not a big Rashard Bateman guy, but I do like Elijah Moore, especially in the PPR league. Tyler Boyd is a guy that gets lost in that shuffle there in Cincinnati. I would like him to take him another backup quarterback just to protect himself in case, because Allen does run a lot in case he gets hurt. But other than that, I think it's a solid. And once Godwin gets back, it's going to have a solid core there as well. So, and I love Zach Ertz and I love Freiermuth, especially when Kenny Pickett gets in there at quarterback at Pittsburgh.
I really like Tooch's team. Actually, I love the Sutton and Diggs combo you got going there.
Yeah,
and I'm not afraid of McCaffrey this year either. So I would have happily taken him at second pick if I wasn't taking Taylor at 1. I think Tooch has got a pretty good team. He was sniping me the whole time.
Sorry about that, bro.
No kicker.
I didn't take a kicker, so I got to cut somebody. But we'll worry about that later.
Right. I like the not taking the kicker strategy. I've done that quite a few times before myself.
I feel like in the heat of battle, for lack of a better word, we notice the teams around us more than anything because we have a guy lined up and we're like, come on, fall to me. And then when you get sniped, damn.
Yep.
So like Adam was talking about Tooch sniping him on the way back around, and I talked about Zim doing the same with me. Even Gonzo a couple of times, with Eckler. I mean, I still end up with Najee Harris, but I was waiting on Eckler. I had Kamara I was thinking about. So I like his squad too.
And I don't know if you guys are anything like me, but then like when you get sniped, you kind of start getting overzealous on some of your guys and you overreach for some of them.
Right.
Like Albert O that I got there in the 13th. I probably could have gotten him in the 14th or 15th, but I was like, well, crap. They took Robert Woods and Melvin Gordon and Michael Carter Jr. before I could get him. I better hurry up and grab this guy.
Right. And I mean, it's not like we're in a league with a bunch of rookies. Everybody in here has not necessarily been in this league for several years, but in some other leagues. And even the newcomer Laro last year comes in and takes the title. So
that's it. Right. What? And we've all played with each other at least once. So.
Right.
That sounds horrible when you say it out loud.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
I think for me, like just to go off, off of everybody else is like get away from like the kind of groupthink is I think Gonzo, when I look at Gonzo's team, I see 2 stud PPR backs. I see Keenan Allen, who's always been a stud PPR wide receiver. I see James Conner, whose touchdown aggression is definitely there, but I think he's going to be a running back that's going to get a lot of goal line touchdowns. I see a number 1, QBR. I mean, number one QB best friend in George Kittle. I see Juju and Deontay, who both have a chance to be pretty damn good, productive receivers. I like. See, for me, I would never pick Matthew Stafford if I didn't have Kupp, but I do like the backup of having Aaron Rodgers. I also like Chase Edmonds. I think Chris Olave is another good pick as well, a rookie receiver that's a stud. And then I don't know. I just see his team being something to look out for as well.
Very good.
I love it, Laro. Like the breakdown there.
You, Laro. I thought I was going to shed a tear because no one's going to say anything about me.
No, man, when you see Eckler and Kamara, like I'm going to be shitting my pants before playing you. Like that, those two could break a week open by themselves. I mean, it's crazy.
I just wonder with old Jameis down there if he's going to go to Kamara as much, and with Peyton gone too, if that's going to affect any of that.
And don't forget, Kamara's gone for 6 weeks, guys. Suspended.
Ooh.
Did he?
No.
I thought it's still to be decided, right? Or
yeah, I thought it wouldn't be anything until at least after the season or something like that.
Yeah, I heard it was going to be next year.
It's delayed right now.
Okay.
Ooh,
We'll see.
Danny's a good one for. If that was true, he's a good one for not saying anything during the draft.
Well, he's still got James Conner as the backup there, though.
Yeah.
James Conner led the league in touchdowns for a lot of the season last year.
That's got to come down, though. 18.
And Chase Edmonds going to catch a lot of balls, too.
Yeah, he is.
So, yeah, it's good.
All right. Well, all right, boys. I know how much you love your commissioner, but why don't you guys critique my team?
I forgot Joe was here. Just kidding.
Joe, I'm going to say the same thing I've said every year, man. You outsmart yourself.
Yeah, okay.
It's not that I dislike your team, like, because at least, let's see, your first 6 picks, I love them. And then from there, you start getting fancy, and it's like, this is just my opinion. It's like, keep your nose to the stone and just pick the sure thing. I mean, I know I definitely didn't do that, but I think we did a similar thing, and that's why I don't like it. I don't like guys who do what I do.
I'm no fantasy expert, but you got Russ Wilson. If they let him cook, that's your QB1. You can plug and play him every week except for his bye. You got Justin Jefferson and Judy on. That those are both going to be. You got the stack. You know what I'm saying? Wilson with Judy. Mm-hmm. Kyle Pitts is basically another wide receiver. I mean, I don't know about Zeke, man. We'll see if his production falls off. That might have been a little high, but I mean, you probably know more about fantasy than I do. But DeAndre Swift, he's getting all kinds of love on Hard Knocks and everything else, so they must love him in Detroit. I mean,
I think I'd like the Zeke fit better if you'd manage to get Pollard later on, which I know he's a guy that you usually target.
Yeah, I decided to go.
Joe's got a great team for PPR. I mean, this team could blow up. If Pitts blows up like I expect he will this year with Mariota, like this team could just kill you just in PPR points alone, just receptions every week.
Yeah, and that's right. Mariota's starting again. Mariota could be sneaky later in the season, pull off
Delaney Walker was like a top 5 tight end with Mariota year after year.
He can pull off a Jalen Hurts type season where he never really puts up big numbers, but for fantasy, he's always solid.
And even if he comes out, well, maybe it'd be better if Danny Shimon talked about it. But I'm a big fan of Desmond Ridder too. He played college an hour from me at Cincinnati, and they ran into a freaking buzzsaw at Alabama, obviously. But I feel like that was more the talent gap than anything.
For sure.
All 5 stars in the trenches.
We talked about that on the betting tip show about how Cincinnati was talked about as a national championship until they played Alabama or Georgia.
Yeah, I
mean, a talent gap between SEC and AAC is it's a step, a bridge too far.
It's huge. Yeah,
it is like massive. AC and I get to battle it out week 1.
Love Luke Fickell as a coach, but man, you're not getting the same recruits that Georgia and Alabama are getting.
What do we got for week 1 matchups, Commish?
Yeah, that's what I was going to do here. Let's see. I don't want to see the radio scores. The games haven't started yet. I want to see our league. Here we go. So you got AC versus me. You got Danny versus Zim. Vinny versus Adam. The Tooch versus Lauro. And Gaines versus Gonzo.
Gaines and Gonzo.
Look at this. Shimon and Zim are 50-50.
Oh,
Look at
snap.
Gonzo's projection.
Yeah, our projection is to be decided by a third of a point right now. This is why I love the first few weeks of the season, is because all of this fantasy stuff that we've been talking for the last hour could be entirely meaningless 10 minutes into the first game.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
I got a couple of fantasy questions. I mean, Deshaun Watson, nobody picked him up. What do you guys think he's going to
aggressively average.
Come back on fire or not be any good?
He has gone where quarterbacks go to die, and that is Cleveland. I mean, all right? He's done.
I mean,
11 games, 11 weeks, he's out. I mean, what are you gonna draft him and put him on the roster for 11 weeks?
Not only that, Danny was talking about Trey Lance not playing for the last 2 years. Deshaun hasn't played for basically 2 years either.
Yep.
And when he comes back in, just like Zim said, he's in Cleveland. I mean, even Baker Mayfield led them to the playoffs, and then they just tossed him out like hot garbage. And
plus, he's in a new system. He hasn't played for a year. New system. He hasn't really. All he had was OTAs and training camp. He's going to be off for 11 weeks.
11 weeks outside of the team facility, right? Like, this is not just 11 weeks off the field, like an injury where he's still in the building, building chemistry with his guys. Like, he's going to walk in and be an alien, and just that's going to be hard enough to overcome, let alone putting wins on the field. His first game will his first game is either going to be incredibly electric or an incredible dud, one way or the other. And beyond that, like, you're gonna judge it all based off of that first game.
Right. Well, so the other thing is, like, if the Cleveland's had a shitty season because of Brissett has he's an average, below average quarterback. Yeah. If they're whatever 4-7 or 3-8, right? Do you want to put a Rusty Watson out there, Deshaun Watson out there, or do you want to just say for next year and work on your draft pick, and vice versa? If you're 10-1 led by a Brissett, do you just going to bench him and put in Deshaun Watson as a play for over a year and a half? And that's it's a lot of question marks there with him. That's why you see him sitting out there as a free agent right now.
Yeah, I think they were nuts to give him the deal they did. Cleveland's insane.
The owners absolutely hate Haslam's for doing that, especially the guys in Baltimore. They just can't stand him because that totally screwed up the whole Lamar Jackson negotiation. I think right now with the Russell Wilson deal coming back, I think that's more of a realistic contract where not the entire amount is guaranteed like Deshaun Watson, especially for a guy with that type of, cloud, if you will, hanging over him. Yeah. To guarantee $230 million, it was just unheard of. And the Haslams are not very popular amongst NFL owners right now.
I don't think they're very popular amongst a lot of people for that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So, and Danny, there's a guy, no one drafted him either at the quarterback position, but he's got a ton of weapons. I'm talking about Tua in Miami, but I mean, I don't think I've seen him drafted by anybody in any of the drafts I've been in.
I don't trust Tua.
He's got so many. How can he not at least be fairly good fantasy player? I'm not talking about winning games in the NFL, normal games, but how can he not at least put up decent numbers fantasy wise?
I have a question in response to that. How high did you draft Alex Smith before Pat Mahomes came into the league? Where did Alex Smith drop? Because he's in a pretty similar situation. Yeah. Right. I view Alex Smith in his last seasons with the Chiefs very similarly to how Tua is right now, right down to Tyreek Hill being his primary weapon, because the Chiefs didn't do anything until Tyreek Hill was there. I think Tyreek Hill is going to completely change that offense, and that's the guy who's pivotal for them, not the quarterback. And that's why you don't see
But on the contrary, Alex Smith was 6-0 and about to be an MVP that year before he got hurt.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah, absolutely. But he still didn't get drafted.
He didn't get drafted. You're right. He didn't get drafted. But like Tua was like missing targets though. Like Tua was actually missing stuff. Alex Smith was like a surgeon before he got the concussion.
Alex was accurate. And Tyreek always says Tyreek is saying he's the most accurate. Come on.
We all know he's just talking up his guy. Like, we all know it. But the thing is, Tyreek is still that dude. And that's what I think it comes down to again, is like you have all the weapons around you. The weapons are what makes you good, not you. So that's why some of these guys don't get any respect, even though they're going to put up numbers.
Yeah. I drafted Waddle, but I can't say why I wouldn't.
I love Waddle.
Take a chance on Tua when he's got all those weapons. And we talked about Lamar Jackson. If he can't get his contract worked out, he's a Miami guy. He's from there before he went to Louisville. So
that's right.
Tua doesn't work out. That might be a spot where you see Lamar going back home, honestly.
But he'll be franchise tagged 2 years in a row first.
I mean,
ain't no way walk. Like, no, you gonna get these 2 franchise tags.
Maybe.
Maybe. At a minimum,
it could be a situation depending on how Baltimore does this year, and after that first franchise tag, because he's certainly going to get at least one. But I mean, if they're not in a position to win immediately after that first franchise tag, they might just say, all right, we're gonna, basically do a Khalil Mack, do a sign and trade for lack of a better way to put it.
That's dumb.
It is.
You have a generational talent. Your generational talent who's leading. You're winning your division 4 years in a row. How many years in a row you winning your division? What are we talking about here?
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. It's not that I disagree. I'm just saying I think we're gonna have to look at the position that Baltimore's in at that point in time before we judge what's going to be happening, because things could completely go.
The coach was about to get fired. Coach was about to get. John Harbaugh was on his way out the door before Lamar turned it on, and then it turned back around. And so it was like they better stop playing this to get it.
That whole Gaines, I agree. That whole offense is built around Lamar Jackson. If you get rid of Lamar Jackson, you get rid of the whole coaching staff basically. And I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to franchise him if they don't agree to a contract with them. Hopefully they agree to a contract with him. I mean, I think it's the way he plays the game, and he's a thin framed player, tough as hell. But I mean, if I'm Lamar Jackson, I'll make sure I get my money before I get on the football field.
I think another thing to consider there too, you say get the money before you get on the field. You compared it to the Deshaun Watson situation earlier, Danny. What's to stop him from doing that, from holding out until he gets that trade that he wants, until he gets that money that he wants? There's nothing it's Le'Veon Bell set the bar for these dudes. Unfortunately, it didn't work out well for him. I personally don't think it's going to work out well for Deshaun Watson, but I mean, these guys can do it at any time now. The power is in the players' hands.
Right.
It's shifting to the way the NBA works.
And it's shifting that way, but but the thing was Deshaun wanted out, right? Before all the allegations came out, Deshaun had issues with the owner. There's stuff there that stuff you hear that nothing's been reported or official, but there's stuff that you hear there that Deshaun wanted out. Baltimore, it's different. Lamar loves the Ravens, his teammates, his coaching staff. He doesn't want out. He wants to stay there. He just wants to get paid.
Hey, Danny, I don't know.
Brother Gaines can speak on that. Even the city of Baltimore loves him. It's
facts. Every jersey around here is Lamar, and Lamar's like a good guy. Like just from a charity standpoint, like what he does, like off the football field, he's like a great dude. Danny, I don't know if you guys saw this, but like I watch him Houston Texans games. Yo, Deshaun Watson, bro, like He ain't that guy. He's good. But like I've watched him Houston Texans game. I'm like, did you just miss the pass, bro? Like it's so like those are two different like animals, Deshaun Watson and Lamar. Because I've seen Deshaun like miss like some passes. Like, bro, you're
but I mean Deshaun's a guy, dude. I mean Deshaun when he's on, I mean when he was in that Texans offense, I mean it was rolling, and then you saw the drop off when he was out of there. It went from a playoff team to a team picking the top 5, right? So it's a huge that guy is great. I mean, just the whole thing, unfortunately, off the field has kind of clouded his whole career, I think, right now. So that's the unfortunate part of it. But I mean, this Deshaun is one hell of a quarterback, man.
Yeah,
very
accurate. Let's transition quickly, guys, just to this question from Cliff. I think everyone has this question going in the drafts. There's a lot of drafts going on today and tomorrow. Is CMC, Christian McCaffrey, an injury risk? Well, of course he is, but you could say that pretty much about any of these top running backs with the volume that they're getting.
Yeah.
But if CMC is healthy, I think it's pretty obvious that he would be an MVP candidate if he could stay healthy throughout the whole year. I mean, Adam, I know you're a big fan of CMC this year outside of Taylor, but what do you see for CMC?
I mean, I look until the year before last, CMC didn't miss a game his first couple of years. He was very healthy. He's just had kind of bad luck these last couple of seasons. It's not like these nagging muscle injuries and stuff like we've seen from, guys we're familiar with like Alshon Jeffrey and stuff. So I think you have to go into it with assuming he's going to be healthy this year. You just got to accept what his talent, except there's the risk, like you said, with every top running back. But, you got to assume health, I think, going into it. And if he's healthy, he's the best player in the NFL as far as fantasy standpoint goes. And I think you got to draft him like that.
Regarding CMC, I'm going to say it like this. I think, Laura, you'll appreciate this. CMC reminds me of Derrick Rose. The first 2 years, when you have so much on the body, eventually it's going to take a toll. CMC was the offense. That was Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose first 3 years in the league only missed 3 games. But once it's all on you.
I can't tell if he's cutting for everybody or just me. Is it?
No, I'm picking him up. I got him.
Yeah, I got him too.
I mean, he's a good guy. I mean, at the end with CMC, you can't lose. And so it's like at the end of the day, soft tissue though. Like once it starts, it's kind of a spiral effect though.
Also too, like, and Joe, you may be able to correct me on this, but like even like I forgot how many games, and Adam as well. I don't know how many games CMC ended up playing last year, but even in those games, I think he averaged like 24 points a game or something like that. So it's like,
yeah.
I mean, you got to do it, man.
He was number one in points per game when he played.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like you got to be
field,
cautiously optimistic, though, man. If he's on my team, I'm setting myself up for the possibility of him being hurt.
Yeah, you keep Chuba Hubbard on notice.
Right.
Oh, sure.
Or who knows? Maybe Kareem Hunt. Maybe that's where he ends up. They're all about trying to save their coach's life down there, trading for whomever they can get in there.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot to be said about trying to win a fantasy championship. If you're in a PPR league and you get a guy that you know that if he's going to get the volume,
I know,
and if he's healthy, he's going to win you a league. That's CMC, right? I mean, so you got to take the risk. I get it; it's a risk, but I mean, I would have no qualms taking him second.
It's the running, the catching, the touchdowns. It's all there.
If I would have had the second pick, I know he got hurt as well, but I would have went with Derrick Henry myself, just because he is the Tennessee Titans.
I think I get where you're coming from, but I think if we're in a PPR, if I was in standard, maybe I would think about it. But like PPR, I think you gotta go with Christian. I mean, the dude is like does everything. Like I don't know, man. That's tough. That's a tough one.
Henry also had the injury last year, though, too.
All right, brother Gaines.
All right, Gaines. Congratulations, Tyler.
Yeah, congrats, Gaines, and the engagement. And
absolutely. Thanks, man. Appreciate you guys. Hey, go ahead, Tooch.
I got a question for after Gaines, these for Danny.
Okay.
Was wondering if anybody was able to keep tabs on the LSU FSU game, because it finished 23-24.
It was a block kick, extra point.
They missed the extra point at the end of the game.
Yeah. Well, they blocked it. FSU blocked the kick. Point, so not a better way for Brian Kelly, who's a piece of crap person.
Hey, he's down there with his family.
Yeah, he's a piece of crap. He's a hell of a coach, but he's a piece of crap as a human being. But find a way for that guy to start off his career at LSU.
Yep.
And unfortunately, I had the over. If I would have gone to overtime, it would have hit. But so
that's all right. Well, I know we covered a lot in this draft today, guys. We had a lot of fun breaking everything down.
Yep.
There's one last thing I wanted to talk about in the first round, which is a lot of people are asking this question, and he was the first wide receiver off the board. But Cooper Kupp, this is a guy that, I don't think there's any way on hell's earth that he could redo what he did last year, but he's still the number one wide receiver off the board. Do you guys see regression for Cooper Kupp? Because I know I do. Danny
he might be the number one receiver in fantasy, but he's not the number one receiver I would have drafted. It's Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson, the two LSU boys. Those are the two guys are best receivers in the league right now. Stephon Diggs is right there behind them. So, I know Cooper Kupp put up the points, but talking about pound for pound guys that can make plays, big time plays in week in and week out. It's the two LSU boys, Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase for me, man.
They got another one down that looks pretty darn good too, Danny. Jay Sean
Jefferson's now in the in the Kevin O'Connell
Keyshawn
offense
Kitchen.
that made Cooper Kupp what he was last year.
Yeah. Well,
That's why I took him with my first pick.
I'd like to speak on that because Liam Cohen spent a year here at Kentucky and force-fed Wan'Dale Robinson the ball, and he went back to the Rams. So I would not expect that offense to change very much at all. They do have more weapons to spread it around more. I love the Allen Robinson pickup for them.
Yeah.
But I still think Cooper Kupp's going to get – I don't know about MVP numbers, but he'll still be a pretty dang good fantasy pickup. I am with you on that, Shimon, as far as Chase and Jefferson. And Tooch, I love what you said about Butte. He's a guy that I watched in Lexington last year. Unfortunately, he got hurt during that game, but
yeah,
he's a do-it-all. I'm sure Shimon will be talking about him this year on the draft on tap,
baby. Yep, We're just counting him down. We're looking at receivers this draft, so I think the Bears are going to be heavy on receivers this draft.
Yeah, and to go along with that question though, it's like, yeah, no doubt. I mean, Triple Crown is like him is.
There's only one way down,
right? Exactly.
There's only one way to go after that.
But I just love I love the guy, man. I mean, he doesn't have the same physical skills as those two LSU boys, but like he just has that, like, as a football coach, like there's just something about Cooper, like the toughness, the willingness to make big time. He's not afraid of the moment, like he's reliable, like, and I think that's something like that obviously every quarterback wants, especially Stafford. I mean, now he has A-Rob, so like A-Rob's probably going to pop off a little bit too, but like A-Rob's the type of receiver that is used to being the number one. So he's not going to be, you had that, like Juju had a big time year because of AB. Like, no, both these dudes are used to being number one guys. Like, I don't know, man. Like, obviously I don't expect him to be a Triple Crown guy, but I do think he'll still get a bunch of targets. And if he does slide down to something else, I think I got a good enough depth to take care of that. But I truly believe he'll be the number one receiver in fantasy or close to it.
Well, one guy that I want to see his numbers, or I expect to see his numbers go up this year. Not that he's going to be Cooper Kupp, in that territory, but Hunter Renfrow. If you look at the guy, he doesn't impress you physically, but that guy is one hell of a route runner. He's a smart kid. He's fearless over the middle. And for the first time, he's going to be playing opposite a stud number one receiver in Devontae Adams and a stud tight end in Darren Waller. So imagine where that coverage is going to be rolling. It's going to be rolling to that side. Yeah. You're going to leave Hunter Renfrow open. And again, he's working at Josh McDaniels. So it might be more Julian Edelman than Cooper Kupp. But he's a guy, and especially in the PPR league, I forgot who got him in this league, but whoever got him, I think he's going to put up some nice points there for you as well, especially in the PPR league. So Hunter Renfrow is going to be a guy. I think his stats are going to go up this year.
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
Down in the red zone near the goal line, he's almost unstoppable.
Right.
In a short area like that, you just love a guy like that down there. I targeted him. I didn't get him in any of my drafts.
I'm telling when we're down to Senior Bowl, we see him walk on the field. We think he's like one of the interns, like just walking out there. And this guy just doesn't look like a football player, but man, he is one hell of a player.
And Devontae Adams is going to help him out a lot. So I'm looking forward to see what Renfrow does this year. Lots of exciting things coming up this year in fantasy football. And I'm going to use that to quickly pivot into a promo force. I almost said my other show, but Fantasy Football Goon coming your way every Sunday before the regular season here on the Barroom Network, 10:45 a.m. Central. And there's a couple other guys on this show that got a show on Sunday as well. I'm going to toss it for final thoughts and to our boys before we get out of here. But Aaron Current, you're doing something else on Sunday mornings, aren't you?
Yeah, every Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time, you got the AC show, a.k.a. the Barfly Tailgate Show with myself, Jordan Silvera, who is he was an excellent addition to the show, the way he's able to break down guys. We got, of course, Bobby Bombs coming back when he's not on his boat like he was this morning. My man KB puts out fires all night long and then comes in and kicks it with us every morning. And then we went across the pond and we pulled in my boy Chris Watts. C-Dub, we gave him a little bit of a voice, and he's going to come in. I think we're gonna bring him in a little bit more this year. He might even have his own little segment we've been trying to cook up. But it's definitely exciting. We'll be coming in Sunday to talk some Bears 49ers for everybody before the kickoff.
Love that, Aaron. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Toss it to Adam Shaw for his final thoughts, my co-host on Fantasy Football Goon. Adam, what'd you think of the draft, and what are you ready for this year?
Well, I'm excited to do the show again with you, Joe, this year. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to games starting on Thursday. We got a hell of a game to kick off the NFL season and the fantasy season. On Thursday, we got the Bills and the Rams, right?
Yeah, right? That's right.
Yeah, it's full of fantasy glory right there. So I'm excited for that. And I'm ready to kind of really start analyzing my rosters we got tonight and everybody else's and find those deals to be made.
That's right. Adam will make you a trade. Don't worry. It'll be coming your way soon.
I have a backup quarterback, Trey Lance. Somebody need a quarterback?
There you go.
Not just yet.
I kind of wish that this Bills-Rams game, I hope it turns into that remember that, what was that, a Sunday night Rams-Chiefs game that it was like 40-44 to like 40-something points or something like that?
Yeah, that sloppy game, yeah.
That was a fun game to watch, man. So just scoring wise, so that would be cool to see.
The only thing though, both these teams have solid defenses.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they do.
That's the only thing.
Personally, I'd prefer it to be more like the game that happened the next week, which on Sunday Night Football, which was that Rams-Bears game. That was that defensive slugfest. That game was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love defensive games. That's all.
Love it. Real quick, guys, our boy AC's computer froze, and he's just going to peace out. So, AC, we'll see you later, man. Thanks for all the info. Continuing with our folks on the network, we're going to start with the man in the middle on top, John Santucci, the Tooch. He's on a handful of shows. Tooch, why don't you just take it away and talk a little bit about him?
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Catch me on the Dan and Aldo show, which I produce every Tuesday night, and then hop in after Dan and Aldo do their thing. And Saturday morning, this past Saturday morning, I guess that's yesterday, we had weekend sports betting tips. If you like mobile sports wagering like I do, you can watch. It's early. It happens early Saturday morning. Sometimes we might do Friday night and Thursday night as well, and I might stop by the bar for the tailgate with some tips. And gave out a bunch of winners on Saturday, man. I had an awesome weekend, man. I was 6-1 today and 5-1 yesterday. So I'm on fire right now. College football is back. Wasteland of when it's just baseball. Super hard to win, but pretty good. And today I won all the baseball picks I made for my client.
Tooch, yes, real quick, Tooch. Let's pass it to Danny. He's got to get going. We'll come back to you in just a second. No, but Danny, why don't you? Danny, we'll let you get out of here. But real quick, talk a little bit about Draft on Tap and what you got coming up this year.
Yes, sir. I got Draft on Tap coming up sometime probably November is what we're kind of targeting. We're going to be back, me and Neil, probably breaking down some prospects for you. Obviously, this year we're looking forward to a big off. Season hasn't started yet, right? So, but we're still looking to the forward to the off season here with a full draft class. And a ton of cap space for the Bears next offseason. So we're going to start previewing that. But in the meantime, I'll be joining, as Tyler mentioned earlier, I'll be joining Tyler and John Buffone on Bear Football after the games for a post-game show. And looking forward to breaking down, the Bears games that, this year. Again, everyone's kind of, poo-pooing the Bears, but I see some young talent. Looking forward to seeing Justin Fields take that next step, and obviously we'll be talking about it and breaking it all down for you post game, right after those Bears games on Bear Football. So looking forward to that.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yep.
Early before, there's only been 1 week so far of college football, but if you had to pick right now, in your opinion, who's the number one wide receiver? Well, it doesn't matter, but the number one wide receiver in college right now. If you were the Bears, you could pick the number one wide receiver. Who would you go with at the moment?
Wow, I mean, it's hard to look past Njugama Smith, the kid from Ohio State right now. I mean, I really like him. It gives you that element of speed. It gives you that big play potential. But man, I mean, there's going to be a ton of players right now coming out. I'm trying to think of the one receiver, the name drops blank right now in terms of the SEC guy. Where's AC's gone? Like, damn it, ACC would know that. AC would know the SEC guys, but there's a couple players right now that you can kind of look forward to. Obviously, the Big Ten guys is one that Ohio State guys really looking forward to seeing them come out and play this year. But yeah, we're breaking all those guys down in terms of number one overall pick in the draft. You're looking at defense. We talked about earlier. We're talking about Will Anderson from Alabama. We're talking about Jalen Carter from Georgia. And if the Bears unfortunately do have a top 5 pick, either one of those two players will look nice in the Bears uniform. So
love it.
And we're breaking down offensive linemen as well. So we're looking at offensive linemen, tackles, guards, all that stuff too.
We appreciate the breakdown. And Danny, thank you for everything. And make sure you guys tune in to Draft on Tap and Bear Football this year. Good luck this season, Danny. And we'll see you the rest of the football season.
Take care.
Thanks, Danny.
All right, boys. That was Danny Shimon. Tucci, we're in the middle of talking about your picks. I'll let you get back to that, and then we'll move on to the next.
Right. A new guy joined Barroom, Anthony Inglese. He is a professional handicapper, does it for a living. My opinion, one of the best out there, if not the best. And he gives out free picks all the time. And he gave out a bunch of winners on Saturday, both of us. And that shows it's short. We're talking about a few games and some of the games that we really like and how to play them. And whether or not we think the line is short. And we try to help Barroom listeners make money. And that's called Weekend Sports Betting Tips. And it's Saturday morning.
Love it, Tooch. I appreciate it, man. And it's been a fun draft so far. Lauro, I know you're not talking basketball on the network right now, but you want to talk about anything you got coming up or anything you can talk about?
There is something that me and my former co-host Bulls 101, Chris Amundsen, we have something pretty cool coming out. I think that a lot of basketball fans, a lot of NBA college basketball fans will like. Can't really say right now, but just be on the lookout. Right. Honestly, I'll be tweeting about it and retweeting a lot of stuff, so you'll be seeing it soon. But other than that, man, just staying in rhythm with watching college prospects and getting ready for the NBA, and I'll be putting out some clips with my thoughts, things like that. But yeah, man, just waiting until the project comes out. So I think it'll be pretty cool. So that's all I got, man.
That's awesome. Make sure you follow at Lauro Hoops and you'll stay up to date with all that. So great.
Lauro, you like college basketball?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, that's when you got to come on Weekend Sports Betting once college basketball gets rolling.
Sounds good, man. I'm down.
All right.
And good luck to Lauro in defending his title. We'll see what happens there, but I think we're all looking to dethrone him.
Let's go, baby.
Speaking of boys with a title, I got two of my co-hosts from South Burbs Hitman on the right side of the screen. You got Gonzo and Zim. Gonzo, I'll toss to you first. How'd you like the draft? And do you want to talk a little bit about White Sox baseball before we get out of here?
Yeah, shout out to Lauro for giving me some love. Appreciate you, my man.
Yes, sir.
South Burbs Hitman, 8 p.m. Central, Monday nights. Tomorrow we're going to be postponed for the holiday. So catch us on the 12th, the following Monday. We're going to have Lamont Pope on, the beat writer for the Sox. It's going to be his second round with us. And
very cool.
Yeah, White Sox are turning around the corner here. They're on fire right now. And I think the first thing we're going to talk about is Dylan Cease coming 1 out away from history.
Yeah, it was close yesterday. It was brutal.
Yeah, we were an out away from making an emergency podcast. So, but Zim had to speak. It wasn't Joe this time. It was Zim.
It couldn't possibly have anything to do with AJ Pierzynski. Just nonstop. Yeah. Oh yeah, when I caught a no hitter.
Between AJ and Zim, the Sox were doomed. All right.
I'm sorry. Just remind me of what exactly I said that jinxed it.
Hold up, we gotta go back into the text.
I'm pretty sure all I said is, "Are we going live tonight?"
Yeah, that sounds pretty. Yeah. Anyway,
so he said, "Are we going live tonight in the seventh inning?" And I told him to shut up. And then Zim said, "Oh, he's feeling it." And I said, "Love to see it." And then once that out came, Joe says, "Wow, thanks, Zim."
Thanks, Zim. Nah, whatever. It is what it is.
It's
I
what
feel
it is.
bad.
Tough,
but-
tough for Cease, but
The Guardians losing streak put the White Sox and Twins both right back into that race.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love
Yes.
relying on other teams to lose for our team to succeed.
Well,
Guardians-
I mean,
so much
that's
fun.
that's a great
Dylan
segue
Cease had
into
a
letting
nice, yeah.
That's a great segue into letting Zim talk about our crap division.
Yeah, our division sucks.
I just want to get in
It-
October. I don't care.
All season long, I bet against Dallas Keuchel. That was easy money.
Yeah,
Whoever he was
three
playing
times.
I made a
He
shit
stinks.
ton off of betting against Dallas Keuchel. First 5 innings, hammered it all season long. It's
Absolute trash.
I bet his mom
Yeah,
is
him.
real upset right now.
Patrick
feel like
Corbin
Giolito
was the
would
other
be the
guy
same.
on the Nationals. Bet against
Oh.
Corbin and Keuchel.
Man,
Yep, and Zim, and obviously we talked some White Sox baseball, but final thoughts on the draft. Did you have a good time tonight?
Oh yeah, it was a great time. I think I actually did better than last year, which is surprising because last year I wound up with Derrick Henry and Jamar Chase. Like
Nice.
I rode easy the first few weeks of the season, and then but hey, I'm really looking forward to another season with you guys. It was a ton of fun last year. Wheeling and dealing, making all kinds of trades. I think Laro and I almost made an 11-player trade at one point. I don't know if that was Laro or if that was somebody else.
it might have been
That's
games,
based-
brother.
Was
That's
it
it
nice
might
of
have
the
been
games
Gaines.
deal.
It might have been Gaines, yeah.
All I gotta say is last point. Well, actually, 2 things. The first thing is I don't think I've ever felt bad for a player more than I felt when I heard Dylan Cease talking after the game. Like that dude wanted that. He wanted it so bad.
He did.
And you could see it on. It's just
Yeah,
like
man.
I'm looking at the dude. I'm like, man, dude, forget you, Luis. Like just
Yep.
But anyway, the other thing is like if anybody needs a wide receiver one, holler at your boy. We can maybe talk about some wide receiver for running back type deals. Just put it out there. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, same.
Dylan Cease
I gotta
had a
say
really
that-
good conference today with Chuck.
Yeah.
So that was a good 6-minute interview, and it just gives me more admiration for Dylan. Makes me
Yeah.
give that much more love for him. 'Cause
Yeah, you got
it's a
you
true-
got you got to
it's a
love
true
that.
competitor right there.
When I sent that message
Yeah.
saying he's feeling it, it was after the 8th inning when he was walking back to the dugout. And a lot of pitchers in that situation, when you're 3 outs away from history, they just put their head down and get to the dugout and like, hurry up and get me back out there. And Cease is walking to the dugout while they're giving him a standing ovation. And he's going, yeah, motherfucker, yeah, like hype in the crowd. It was awesome. It was so great to see. He wanted it so bad, man.
And then they came out and got their butts
feel.
whipped today.
Well,
I had
you know,
no runs first inning in that game. Cash that one. That was easy money.
I'm not going to lie. Sorry, Tooch, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, I'm making no runs first inning is a good bet. Just 6 outs, and you're winning or losing, and most of the time, it's a winner. But when Dallas Keuchel got cut from the Sox or released or whatever, I was like, fuck. Now I can't bet against him. Then he showed up on the Rangers. I was able to
No, the
bet against him. Diamondbacks or Rangers. Yeah, I was like, I could bet against him again. So that guy was a bum. Fuck.
Well, anyway, I had no other expectations this season than for the Bears too, but for the Sox to come out and completely lay an egg after that incredible performance last night, because that's the kind of season it's been.
Yeah.
And if you want to hear more of our banter and my depressive episodes about this team, like Gonzo said, you can catch us on Mondays. So that's all we got, I think.
That's it, boys. We ran the gamut. We talked to everybody.
Thanks for bringing me down at the end.
Hey, what can I say? No problem. What are you going to do? But our buddy Vinny Parisi couldn't be here with us during the draft. But of course, Vinny's got tons of great shows on the network. Of course, he's with us on South Burbs Hitmen. He does Crosstown Crosstalk
And
Bar
I
Down
coached him in
Blackhawks.
baseball, Little League Baseball.
Tooch coached him in Little League Baseball. Ironically,
I think I was his son, or he was a year older than my son, or 2 years older than my son. So he was in the league ahead as they were going out. But I think I assistant coach for the All-Star team 1 year and coached him. Long hitter, tell you that. He was a home run hitter.
Nice.
He's got some swing there. Him and his brother Joey, both those kids.
Yeah, both brothers. Yep.
But he does a great job. Of course, he covers the White Sox and all Chicago sports on Fansided. Make sure you check out his articles. Follow him at Vinny Parisi. And I think that does it, boys. We ran the gamut. We talked fantasy. We did a draft. We went 2 hours and change. Adam and I will be doing this all year long. And I tell you what, man, I'm looking forward to every second of it. Adam, I know you are as well.
Absolutely. It's been fun tonight, guys. Good to see everybody.
Good to see
Thanks
y'all
for
too,
lucking
man.
my team, Adam.
I do remember last year nobody liked my team either. So we'll
I didn't even like your team going into the playoffs, man. I'm still surprised you won.
It's all right.
It was awesome though. It was an underdog story of the ages, that's for sure.
We got a shout out to Bears Country Podcast. See you, Adam.
All right, Adam. Appreciate it, buddy. We'll see you next Sunday for Fantasy Football Game.
Absolutely.
Yep. Bears Country Podcast starting up tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern with Cliff and Mr. Shorty and Nomad.
That's right. Yeah, make sure you guys tune into that.
Show. Yeah. Dan and Aldo show. We had those guys on last Tuesday. And starting up Monday nights, Bears Country Podcast.
That's right. That's right. They're going to be the new show in front of us on South Burbs Hitmen. So make sure you tune into them. And then not tomorrow, of course, we're off for the holiday, but the rest of the baseball season, right after them, you'll go ahead and see South Burbs Hitmen. So lots of great content on the Barroom Network. Make sure you mash that subscribe button before you get out of here. You can find us wherever podcasts are, YouTube. You can find the video on Facebook, on Twitter. Just appreciate the support. Shout out to everyone that took part of this draft tonight. And Aldo Gandia, a major shout out to him. Of course, he recently lost his mother. We give you all the strength and prayers to you and your family, Aldo, and hope you're doing great. You need anything, we're all here for you as a network, and we thank you for having this platform and letting us do what we do. So with those notes, we'll get out of here. Thank you for tuning in to the Barroom Network 4th Annual Fantasy Draft 2022. We'll see you guys next week for Fantasy Football Goon. Go win your drafts, and let's get out of here. It's getting late. See you later, guys. Go Bears.
Peace.
Peace. I don't know. I got to pull up the credits now. Wherever they are. Are the credits even loaded here? Wow, this is a great ending, guys. Holy smokes.
Such high production.
All right. We'll see you guys later.
Okay.
We'll see you next time in 3, 2, 1.
Another happy landing.
That's not it. That's not it.
Or not.
I think that was the perfect end.
Third time's a charm.
We'll see you next week after. Thanks for tuning into the Fantasy Draft. We'll see you next year.